Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Welcome back. I'm the Gerbil. We've got an exciting update from Capital Games today, one that I am not as excited about as most people are going to be, and that is just a matter of the Revenge of the Sith era is starting next week in April. It will be running through the months of April, May, and June. That's 3 months. And while a lot of people are overjoyed and feel nothing but happy feelings in their hearts, that Revenge of the Sith just didn't speak to me in the same way that it did a lot of other people. You know, I'm an OG trilogy fan. I grew up with the original trilogy. That really is my bread and butter, but that's okay. If you really loved Anakin's arc and the story of Anakin and all the exciting murder, mayhem, shenanigans, and fun he did, well then, as CG says, this is where the fun begins. So over the course of the next 3 months, as I said, April, May, June, we now know definitively that we are getting at least 6 new characters. 4 of them are apparently going to be dark side clones, though we don't know who 2 of them are. We do know the first one is a character named Oppo. Oppo, you may have seen in the Clone Wars. Oppo was one of the clone troopers who assaulted the Coruscant Jedi Temple under Order 66 and did his part to kill a few Jedi. We're gonna get a character CX2, who I am much less familiar with, but he was a clone trooper assassin. So this is likely to be an attacker. Oppo is likely to be a support character, as he was, I believe, a commander. He was a clone trooper officer, right? So he was an officer, so he's probably going to be a support character. CX2 is going to be an attacker. Now, what is really cool about this is that these 4 clone troopers are meant to be the new team going forward for Lord Vader. Yep, that means that all of the fun stuff that we are accustomed to using Lord Vader, like if we jump over here and we go look at like GAC, who to attack, let's see right there, and we look under Lord Vader, you'll see that the vast majority of Lord Vader teams do not include clones, right? They include Piet, the Royal Guard, Maul. If we go into 5v5, we're going to add in Ninth Sister sometimes. Thrawn gets thrown in there. Darth Vader. It's kind of all over the place. But what we're getting now is a cinematically theme-accurate representation of Lord Vader in game, whereby he will now be able to be accompanied with an entourage of clone troopers going out to do their murdering. It should be a lot of fun. I do agree with that. Now, there are some interesting things. Many of us anticipated when Jocasta came to the game that we were going to be getting basically a lot of new Jedi. We thought that because CG said, other than the new Jedi Vanguard coming next era, so we clearly were told that there were Jedi coming. This was a previous post. What squad is she good with? And they said there are many existing places, but our favorite while waiting for her new units, in the plural. So we a lot of people, myself included, took that as meaning we would be getting basically 4 or 5 new Vanguard. Instead, we are only getting 2, which is kind of cool. So this came out of left field. A lot of people are stoked, and I'm happy about that. Now, what we also got in this post, and forgive me here, but if you read this post top to bottom, which I'm not going to read it for you, it is very disconnected. It just kind of jumps from topic to topic without like segues and transitions and titles. It's kind of awkward. But we also learned here that all 6 of these characters, and this is a big concern of mine, all 6 of these characters will be needed to unlock the new Jedi Vanguard leader. So technically we are getting 3 new characters, 2 Jedi Vanguard, and then 1 new Jedi Vanguard leader. Now, if we jump over here to the game and we look at who our Jedi Vanguard are, there's actually a bunch already in game, and a whole bunch of them are kind of, well, I mean, kind of worthless for the most part, right? Like Imagundi, Jedi Knight Guardian, Consular, Ethkoth. Many of them, Kit Fisto, outside of the raid, have almost very little viability. Now, this new Jedi Vanguard leader is confirmed in an audio file. I'm not going to play it here. There's a link down below in the description. Go jump and find it. But that is going to give us an updated version of Mace Windu. So we're getting a legendary, not a galactic legend, but we're getting a legendary Mace Windu. Now, if you don't know what that means, I'm sure most people do. Legendary characters are meant to be characters that are balanced power somewhere between the galactic legends and marquee characters, right? These are legendary characters. Emperor Palpatine, Grandmaster Yoda, probably your first two, and there are 5 tiers of them going down to General Anakin, Jedi Knight Luke, Bo-Katan, etc. Baylan Skoll was the most recent addition. So like, where is Mace legendary gonna go? What is his title? I mean, that's anybody's guess. I did a video not long ago speculating that this new legendary character was going to be Jedi Master Shakti, because we know she died in the temple, and that would have made a lot of sense, but no, we're not. I suspect what we're going to get is, oops, I wanted to look at just Jedi. What we're going to get is a Jedi Master Mace Windu, because the Mace Windu we have in game, there he is merely titled Mace Windu. And what we've been getting a lot of in the game is like Padawans and, you know, whatever, like Padawan, Obi-Wan, etc. We're getting a lot of like titles, Omega Fugitive, right? So I think we're going to get his title character, Jedi Master. Now, how is he going to look differently? Don't know. What's his kit going to do? We don't know, right? We don't really know yet. But anyway, let's go back over here. So yeah, jump over there, watch the video. So we are definitely getting a Mace Windu legendary. Now here's where there's some awkwardness happening. So they then, without any segue, tell us that the Lord Vader raid, final name to be determined. In other words, we're getting Order 66 raid. Now, it says that in this raid, we're going to relive the harrowing events where Lord Vader, alongside his division known as the First Fist, stormed the Jedi Temple. We are going to have to rescue as many Jedi as we can. I'm deeply concerned that this is a rinse and repeat of the last 2 raids, where it's endless hordes of clone troopers that we're going to kill in an effort to protect the Jedi, or the other way around. I don't know, but that seems a little worrisome. Time will tell. Now, what's super, super bizarre about this, and this is where I'm a little confused and a little unhappy, is that they are tentatively naming it the Lord Vader raid. They are giving us 4 new clone troopers designed to run under Vader's leadership. And then they go down here and say, oh yes, small print note that Lord Vader is the ideal leader for the Darkside clone troopers. He will not be allowed in the raid. And it's like, hang on, what the hell? We have an Order 66 raid, what appears to be, what is a storming of the Jedi Temple, without the most iconic person involved in the Jedi Temple. Folks, I can't, I'm not making this up. It's on their site. I don't understand. If I'm missing the big picture, let me know down below, but this is bonkers. Instead, it says Grand Moff Tarkin will be receiving a rework, which is super cool. I'm super excited about that. I'm a huge Tarkin fan. Like, Tarkin, for the uninitiated on this one, Tarkin is one of the most influential characters of this time period. He was like, Vader is, if Vader was the Emperor's enforcer, Tarkin was his hand. Tarkin was the dominant power inside the Empire below Emperor Palpatine. He really was. Vader was his, his enforcer, his executioner, the power. But Tarkin and Vader, they had a love-hate relationship, but a absolute mutual respect, which is why, like we see in A New Hope, when Vader is doing the Force choke, and Tarkin's all like, enough of this, Vader, release him, right? And Vader doesn't argue. He doesn't like, dude, I could crush you. He just says, as you wish. They had an interesting relationship, and I think that Tarkin has been really, really, really underrepresented in this game. So getting a rework on his character, I think, is super, super awesome. I'm hoping that he'll be much, much more viable very, very soon. Now, yeah, but whatever, we're not getting Vader in the raid. Instead, I don't know. Now, this brings me to the next major concern I have going forward, and this one is going to be a tough one to stomach here, folks, because it says, while we don't have additional information provided this time, the new raid, which will not be until this summer, will be open to these units: the new Bad Batch, the Era of the Sith, characters. That means these 6, likely the new Mace Windu, probably the new Grand Moff Tarkin rework, as well as transmission loss. So we don't know who else is coming. Now, why does this concern me? Because this is 5 new marquee characters right here, plus 6 more new marquee characters. That is 11 characters. Now, if we add Mace to this, that's now talking 12 new characters. Jukasa New is probably included in there as well. That's 13 new characters released between January to potentially as early as June for that upcoming raid. And what does that look like? Like, if we look at just like Battle of Naboo characters, like how many were involved in there? Let's see here. Battle for Naboo. So we've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. We got 30. So we got 30 characters, of which, if they hold to the same number, and I don't think they will, like the crate raid, I think, had 24 characters. Indoor had, I think, 30. So it's likely 24 or 30. We already know 13 of them are all coming out the first half of this year. That is going to be incredibly, incredibly hard for early, new, mid, and even, frankly, a lot of late game players to engage with. Unless you're willing to spend a little bit, you know, the days of getting high scores are going to be narrow in the beginning, but of course as time passes, right? Like the Naboo raid has been running now for 8-9 months, and it's got at least 3 more months in it. So that's a full year, which means at the onset of the new raid, there I am, I've done 3 of my battles, still got some to go. At the onset of the new raid, I fully expect everybody just needs to brace themselves for having a low score, right? Right now, I'm hitting the maximum. My last raid run, you see right here, previous attempt, I'm hitting the maximum 12.x million. I'm not going to be able to do that. I am absolutely not whaling on the new Bad Batch. I am not going to whale on these characters. Believe it or not, even as long as I've been doing this, I've been playing the game since almost the very beginning of the game, I still don't have Lord Vader. I just don't have Lord Vader. He's never been an interest to me, but in anticipation of this happening, I have been working towards him, and I will have Lord Vader very soon. As cool as that might be, he's not playable in his own named raid. Lord Vader raid, Lord Vader is ADL leader, he himself not allowed. Go figure on that one. All right, moving along. Then we get something completely new, which I am all for. Era Battle 1. Now remember, eras have 3 episodes. Each episode is a month. So Era of the Sith, Revenge of the Sith will be 3 months, April, May, June. We've got 2 era battles announced. Will there be a third one? Probably, maybe not. We don't know. They didn't define what an era battle is. It just goes straight from, hey, you can't use Lord Vader, to era battle 1. It sounds like it's similar to an assault battle. It does say that they are similar for a limited time. We thought assault battles were permanent, but they're not. Also, we've learned that those are going to start rotating. But they are also short-lived. It seems that they will only be playable during the era battle. I have a big problem with this, and I don't mean to be a negative nanny. I don't. I have a problem with this in that if Capital Games is putting a lot of money into short-term events, it means that they're not working on bigger, bolder strategies, right? It's called opportunity cost. Every time you do X, the opportunity cost is the potential of whatever Y, Z, and A, B, C, D, and the rest could have been. If this is like only available for 1 month and it's not like really, really awesome or whatever, and they're just going to crank these out, well, this concerns me that it could end up being minimal effort or a lot of effort, even potentially, for something that has no long-term sustaining involvement in the game. At the same time, there is a lot of opportunity here that this could be something revolving and really, really fun and potentially engaging. But if it's basically just like an assault battle, then it's just a one and done, short time, get your rewards, move on, sim it after you beat it. And that's unfortunate. I want more engaging content. I want new game modes, and this is certainly not a game mode. Like, an opportunity cost for creating these is like not reworking Territory Wars. And Territory Wars is in a dire situation. Like, it's awful. That needs to be reworked I'm going to hold judgment on this until we see it, but I wish that instead of Era Battle 1, Era Battle 2, we got a total revision to Territory Battle or Wars. Now, what is Era Battle? Well, besides it being an assault battle-like event, there are 2 of them. The first one, we get to take our Dark Clone Troopers, assuming you unlock them all, go, whales, go, and take on any Jedi who stands in your way. Now, the second Era Battle, you flip that story. You will start to use your Jedi Vanguard, of course. Probably need to have the most powerful 2 at the end of this. Who knows? Maybe not if we're lucky. But we take these Jedi Vanguard, and then we go in and we try to arrest Darth Sidious. Now, that could be kind of fun, except that we literally already have that in-game. It's already an event, and I can't remember which one it is, but there is already an event, maybe even 2, where we fight Darth Sidious in his office. Well, it's not, yeah, whatever. All right, finally, at the end of this long list, and I am absolutely not going to go through it, there's an update to the currencies, how they're going, the episode currency store, what's coming and going. I think the only notable thing is that the new Focus Datacrons are going to be there, 4 of them. Remember, while they're naming them, Boba Fett, Cyano Jaco, Dr. Afra Harris, and Jolie Zalbar, they actually have benefits for 3 different characters. This one, we've already seen a sneak preview of. It appears to be entirely Phoenix, but in the release, when they announced the new focused Datacrons, what they did do is they said that it allows them an opportunity to have one Datacron with mixed faction characters, which is not focused. It's quite literally the opposite of focus. But hey, whatever. We're talking about capital gains here. So the new Focus Datacrons, while this does say Zalbar, we don't know yet, but the other characters may not be Old Republic. Dr. Afra may not be with other droids. It could be mercenaries. It could be whatever. It could be a mix. We'll find out soon. So folks, that's it for all I want to say about this. I don't actually anticipate this is where the fun begins, because for me, this is just not fun, and I'm skeptical for a raid named after Vader, temporarily at least named, that doesn't even include Lord Vader. I'm disappointed that we're going to need at least 13 marquees, which is very similar to, I think, the previous raid. No, Battle for Naboo like had all the old Jedis, well, yeah, I mean, you got your Poncho Bros, Queen Amidala. It had a bunch, but it didn't have, I don't think, 13. This is a bit painful. All right, so I don't want to go back to the game. So just to wrap up this video here, I have some speculation that one of these 2 dark side clone troopers is going to be a character named Fox. Fox served alongside Oppo. So if we go back to Oppo here, and you just do a quick query for Fox on his page, you'll see that his name pops up a few times. That Fox was one of the troopers battling with Oppo, and Fox avenges the death of Oppo, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do that again. Where's the second one? Yep, there it is. So Oppo was killed. He was struck in the lower leg and killed by a character I'm going to show you in a second, who is one of my original predictions of someone coming to the game. So Oppo gets killed by a Jedi Padawan named Jukasa, and then Jukasa turns around and is killed by Fox. Fox also is notable because there was an opportunity where Fox almost killed Bail Organa right here. But instead allowed Bail Organa to flee and seek safety. So Fox is a noteworthy character and a direct subordinate to Oppo, which I think is how you say it. Now, if you're curious who Jukasa is, this is Jukasa from Revenge of the Sith. He was a young Padawan, and he killed quite a few clone troopers in defense of the Jedi Temple. So yeah, this kid right here, Jukasa, he kills the new Oppo clone trooper we're getting, and then he in turn is killed by Fox. So I think, just for fun speculation, this will be Fox and this will be Oppo, and then the other one here I think will be the Jedi. I've lost her name, but we see her in the Kenobi show. She's featured dying in the galactic transmission signal that was sent out as an emergency distress call to all Jedi, saying do not return to Coruscant. So I think that it's pretty safe to say those are our next 2 clone troopers, or not clone, Jedi Vanguard. Also, if you're curious, just an old tidbit, this kid was also seen in the movie in the library alongside Jocasta Nu. So we've got Jocasta Nu and then Jukasa. Interesting. Anyway, yep. So folks, that's my speculation on who's coming. That's my thoughts. This is a great day for SWGOH. This is good information. Super happy we're getting it. It is not my cup of tea, but nonetheless, I will be here and I will try to be as optimistic as I can going forward. So if you did enjoy this, you know what to do. Please, please, please give me a like, give me a sub, and I will catch you later on the tables. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.